This is a lazy reading for the collective. I hope you can hear it all right. I turned my fans off, so now I'm burning up, but it's all for love. It's all for love. I feel like there's this idea that it's not really an idea. There's this pattern of behavior that I see in people, totally unrelated people, that they say that they want the best for you, and they might make you feel that way too sometimes, but then they say things that are just completely the opposite of that. Like if they are there to help you, then they'll help you by giving you criticism that you absolutely have no control over, or they'll help you by pointing out every flaw in something but never saying anything nice about what you're doing. They'll help you by well, this doesn't really help, but they'll start realizing that you're on the way to success, and they'll lie so that you'll give them attention and that you don't forget them. Or they'll hold back their support so that you don't get the chance to have the success that you deserve, and so that you stay dependent on them forever. So this is just, I feel like this is not just the energy that I'm living right now, but a lot of people are. It's not jealousy exactly, but it's just like, it's like false support. It's false support. It's breadcrumbing, you know? Spirit says just let them do what they're gonna do. And that's what I would say too. But for the collective, we have the 10, we have the number 10 in the major arcana. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have Justice. So if you've been, I feel like something has shifted for you recently, and it's been a long time coming. So it might not have anything to do with the message that I gave originally, but maybe not. Also, some of this shift that's been happening is like I don't know if you noticed that it's every full moon or every new moon that this shift gets closer and closer to some kind of culmination. But it's something that you have been really working hard for and striving for, and it is the right thing for you. It's the right thing for you. I think people have been really trying to show you, they've been showing you all sorts of sides of them in order to prevent you from having success, and in order to show you maybe that why you can't do it. And then on the other hand though, with the Wheel of Fortune, for some reason I also feel like, since there's people like upside down, I also feel like there have been people who have been genuinely supportive and who have been helping you grow with that succulent there. Like, and they really do have your back. They might have your back from afar, but they do have your back. So support is a big theme here. Something with the color blue, this color blue and the color green together. You need you need to water the plants, but you can't water this too much. So it's like, yeah, you've watered the plants. You don't need to keep watering, because once you water it, you'll start to overwater it. So just water it once a day or whatever it needs, but don't continue to try to do something in vain, just because you feel obligated to. It's not going to help you. And there is a lot of pressure here with the Knight of Materials. There's a lot of pressure. It's like a heavy weight upon you, and Justice is just saying that this is all going to be resolved. Like, whatever this is, these people who have been putting pressure on you, they're all going to see the error of their ways, and things are going to resolve. We have Strength. She's looking at the Knight of Pentacles. I think, oh yeah, and the Five of Inspiration. So there's something about your creativity here. And hiding. Some of you are hiding your true potential. You might not even know it, but yeah, you're hiding your true potential because you feel like if you show it, you will be humiliated, is the word I'm hearing. You feel like somebody's going to come around and humiliate you. And they're going to show you, like they're going to put a mirror up to you and they're going to show you some part of yourself that you don't really love and that other people will obviously not love. But the thing is that even if they do that, it's not that everybody is going to automatically not love that part of you. It's that you don't love that part of you, and they know that that you don't love that part of you. So they kind of use that as, like, they take you hostage in this way. So this is all about your power and not letting people have that power over you. And that's really hard when there are people who are close to you. Sometimes if you have people who are close to you and they can say things to you that just change your day. Not everybody, I mean maybe everybody, but not everybody usually can do this. But certain people, they have that power because maybe they're your parent or they're a close family member or a very close friend, and their opinion matters to you. But they don't show any care or empathy to you in this process when they speak to you. They just show what they are, like their perspective of it, and their perspective is I'm hearing is it's what is the word? Wrong is basically the word. It's distortion. Yeah, we have the seven of, exactly. We have the seven of voices. So it's there's lies being told in your life right now that are just they come randomly. Like people are just saying this stuff to hurt you with the strength there. They're just saying it to hurt you because they want to get you down because they know that you're going to be successful. You're going to be this emperor. And if they, but they're not realizing that they're shooting themselves in the foot by doing this. That by lying and insulting you while you are struggling and while you are trying to make something of yourself. Once you do get there, because you will, when you get to that emperor place, you're going to remember what they did. And if they had never done that, if they had just been a supportive friend or supportive family member, you would be open arms willing to support them. But now you're just like thinking like, why would I ever support people who didn't support me? You know? And trust me, if you're watching this, you will be successful. You will be a lot more successful than you think you're going to be. We do have the Five of Voices, so there's a lot of inner conflict here about your authority. You think that you don't have it. You've been taught throughout your life that you don't have true control. People have taken power away from you so often that it's just conditioned you to think that. And with the Three of Voices there, they did it through pain and manipulation and terror and anger and making you feel small. Oh my God, I just want to cry. Whoever did this to you to make you feel small, they did that because they felt small. And this is a common theme. People do these things because they're projecting their own frustrations onto you, and it's always been unfair. I'm getting something with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. Yeah, you think it's gonna come back around, but it's not. I mean, it could, but it's like, now is the time for you to take back your power. Now is the time to understand that no matter what the circumstances are, whether you are needing to be close to these people or not, you have the right to have energetic boundaries around them, and you have the right to say no to behaviors that are not acceptable. Okay? And understand that sometimes people's help is not help at all. People's help comes from jealousy, or it comes from anger, or it comes from a sense of abandonment that they have that they need to work on within their own shadows. Something changed for you, though. Something changed for you in your pursuits, and now you're trying to rectify that. Like, you're trying to rectify what what kind of caught you off, what kind of took you aback while you were just right in the middle um, of enhancing yourself. Um, and it's a struggle with the strength there. It's a struggle to keep a lid on the emotions that people are causing you, because you know that if you let them out, it could get worse. So you're just trying to keep a lid on that while people continue to maybe even abuse you, in a way. Not abuse, and not like physically, but just like abuse, like as in they take advantage, and they say things that they shouldn't, and they do things that they shouldn't for your attention, and it's just unacceptable. You know, it's unacceptable. We have the Lovers here, so bringing love in to this is very important, but also it's the combining of two units to make one, with the Queen of Emotions. Yeah, so maybe there are people who are acting this way, acting in a very distortion based way, who you know, they're not doing it to they're not intentionally doing it. It's their subconscious. They haven't risen to a level yet that they know what how their subconscious is controlling them. So yeah, they want to be nurturing, they want to be helpful, they want to show you love, but they think that what they're doing is showing you love when it's not. And it's really just up to them to see how distorted their view is. But you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, you know exactly what they're doing, you know exactly what's happening, and you know that it's not working for you anymore. It used to work for you. It used to work on you. And it still does to a point. Maybe it still really affects you, but you know now that even though it makes you feel bad, you know now that what they're saying, what they're doing is wrong. It's not based on anything but their own insecurities. We have the Eight of Inspirations to the Eight of Wands. I have a crazy story about my Leo reading that I did today with the Eight of Wands. I saw the images from the cards like all around me from it. I was watching Charmed in a TV show, and there was a moon. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. I'm gonna make a video about that because it was really crazy. I've never seen the cards like be so literal about the like images in real life. But anyway, I digress. Eight of Wands. Four of Materials. You're trying to hold back. You're trying to hold back your feelings, and you're not going to be able to do that anymore with this nine of swords, and you're not going to need to, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And when the light does come, it's just like who's going to be there to support you now, and who are you going to be supporting now? Because the people who are supposed to be supporting you now, you're going to be made to feel guilty if you don't support them. But you have to really decide whether they deserve that, whether that in your lowest time were they there for you, and if they weren't, then do they deserve that your support, you know? Oh, you have the Sun. That's wonderful. Very relatable. Page of Inspiration, and the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Voices, the King of Swords. You are so talented. You are going towards a place where nobody else can follow you. You're going towards a place where you are going to be learning about things that none of the people who surround you would ever even consider learning. You're going to be you're going to be evolving into a place where you are, your vibration is just different. I don't like the higher and lower vibration, but just to make it simpler, it's higher. And there's no way that these people can follow you into that if they can't work on themselves. So I don't know what else to say about this other than to try to communicate the fact that what they're doing right now is going to end up bringing themselves down and not you. And that you see what they're doing, and maybe that they're not trying to bring you down per se, like consciously, but they are doing that, and their subconscious is doing that. So I don't know if this made any sense whatsoever, But let's get some tea leaf cards. Sorry, of course, whenever I turn on the video, there's this fucking trash that is so loud. So, I mean, it just couldn't be louder. In the middle of the night, couldn't be louder. We have coins. Money will be coming to you. Ooh, good. Money will be well. That's what I was saying. Like, money is coming to you. Abundance is coming to you. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So yeah, you're growing physically, or you're growing spiritually. You're growing materially. Like, you're growing, and you're leaving people behind. And that's what's so scary for some people, that they're afraid you're going to leave them behind. Guaranteed success with the star here. Guaranteed success. These cards kind of are mean to me sometimes, by the way. So just FYI, chain of events that will affect your life. Okay. So just FYI that if they're being nice, they're being nice for a real good reason. Let's see. Oops, well, look at those. Bridge, successfully overcoming problems. Right. Tree, affairs with your family. Hammock, taking a vacation. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of overexertion lately, especially in these readings. And sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Yeah, so all of this, I feel like there's a lot of stress here. But all of this, you know that it's going to bring you this abundance. So that's why you're like allowing the stress to be there and not like letting it get you too much. But the fact that you're getting so little support is just so disheartening. But you have this towards spiritual development. So while you are getting this abundance, you are learning to deal with these things. You are learning to deal with these people who don't know how to be supportive because their vibration is just not at the same level as yours, right? And so you just are being told to make sure you understand that you will be the successful one. You will be the one that comes on top. You will be the one who has the last laugh if you need to be. And if you need to put boundaries up with these people at the end of the day, then you're going to do it. And I think that's the energy I get. You know, you're going to do it. And they're going to be very sorry that they acted this way at this time. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. So you just got one thing left to go. You've got one hump to go, and then you're good. And then you're going to be in this place where you're going to be much more stable, much more happy, much more calm in your body. So let's see if there's any channel messages I can get. Spirit, what does the collective need to know, please? It's not a race, but it is a marathon. Have you ever felt so alone? Of course you have. But have you ever felt so close to no longer being alone without seeing the person with whom you'll spend your life? So there's love coming for a lot of you. What is it about them that causes you so much heartache? I keep getting something about erase, maybe erase the memories, erase the past. I'm getting that movie where they erase their memories about each other. Spotless Mind. Maybe you feel like some people just they're missing something in their mind that you have, and you're too humble to say that. You're way too humble to ever admit that, but that is kind of the feeling you get. Like you just don't understand them. You try to explain something, and people just don't understand what you're saying. when to you it's such a simple concept, right? Such a simple concept, but people don't get it. They'll act like they know better than you when you obviously are correct, when you obviously are the one with the information and the intuition, and they will still try to argue and still try to negate what you feel is true and what you know is true. And these people are there to test your resolve and to test your trust in spirit, because even people who should be in a place where their intuition is on the same level as yours, it's not if they are questioning yours constantly. You have the star. So for some of you, you guys are really going to be very successful and people are going to know who you are. In other terms, it's just saying that you are being healed of of these problems, and there is hope in the near future. Can you give me anything else for the near future, please, Spirit? I know this reading is like random and all over the place and not meant for everybody, but I just felt like I should put out something before I go to bed, because I just wasn't feeling super well, but I felt like I could do a reading in my bed, and I would, like, because I'm already doing readings in my bed. 21:21 was just on the clock, so that's 3:3. The moon. Okay, that was also what came out with the show I was talking about earlier. The moon. She's looking at the moon. The star is looking at the moon. Hope is looking at fear. Hope is looking at cycles. Hope is looking at phases. So there's hope in the next phase of whatever is coming. Page of materials, page of coins. So something so beautiful is coming into for you, but it's being blocked by the moon. Like it's dark. It's dark out there, you know, and so it's being blocked, but it's there. It's like just because the card is covered, the card is still there. So you are asked to shine that starlight through that moon darkness and onto this page of Pentacles, which is, you know, the beginning of your abundance. When you first really start to see that abundance come in, that's what you are meant to point that starlight at, through that the illusion of the moon, which is really trying to hold you back. We got the strength again. Maybe I just didn't shuffle well enough, but I do feel like there are forces within you that are fighting to get out. There are forces within you that you haven't really let out in years. These shadows of you, these instincts, and the understanding of what the difference is between an instinct and an intuition. And Tarot and Beyond had a wonderful video the other day where she talked about that. And I don't really want to repeat what she said, because it was I would just not do it justice. So I would just say go ahead and watch that. It was about the Divine Masculine, and she's an excellent reader. You have 2 of materials. Okay, 2 of materials. Yeah. King, Knight of Materials again. Queen of Swords. So lots of thoughts. I feel like you're overburdened by thoughts. I feel like if you could control some of these thoughts, or just release some of these thoughts, you would be more like this horse here, who is not worried about a damn thing. But she is. She's very much worried about things. And you can't be worried about what other people are worried about. Like, you just can't. And you can make promises to people, and they can have zero reason to distrust you. But if they are not in alignment, if they are not living in their highest vibration, then there's nothing you can do about that. Only the people who are living in their truest high vibration are going to see the truth that you speak as truth. And there are 2 truths that are true at the same time. I forgot. in Star Trek Discovery, they said this line so well, and it was so profound for me, but I cannot remember the line. I can't find it. But it was basically two opposing truths can exist simultaneously, and that's what I'm getting here again. The Knight of Materials and the Knight of Emotions are what's so your body and your mind. Okay, working on your body and your mind, remembering that, and not everything is in your brain. Your brain is just one part of your body. Your body needs to be worked on as a whole if you want to feel better in whatever way. If you want to work on your anxiety, if you want to release anxiety or depression or over worry, your body needs to be involved. Feldenkrais, somatic movement. Seriously, believe me, guys. And yoga is great, but it's not going to help that until your body is moving right. And most of our bodies do not move right because we sit in chairs all day. And that really changes our physiology, and it's really bad for us. And we can combat that with Feldenkrais, though. So that's why I'm saying. But yoga doesn't teach us that. Yoga is for when we have our movement and our muscle balances together, and then it's very, very, very good. Okay, Buteyko breathing, excellent, excellent, excellent. Any final messages for the collective, please? Five of Voices. So yeah, this inner conflict, this conflict with others, it does need to be addressed for sure. I see grapes there, so maybe an offering will come up. I think some kind of gift will be given by spirit or by somebody else once this conflict is addressed. Yeah, definitely something with this Two of Materials and Temperance. Temperance is just to hold your temper, allow yourself to create within the mood that you're in. Like you can channel the mood that you're in and create something like I'm doing right now. Like I wasn't in a very good mood, so I'm channeling this kind of energy right now, and usually my energy is a little bit happier. But I just hope it's relatable. And there's also this thing about the moon cycles in this Temperance card, which is interesting. And she kind of looks like oh gosh, I don't remember her name, but she has almost no hair, and I feel like that's important. Yeah, her hair is the stars. That's what it is. Her hair is everywhere. So the beauty is strung through the universe everywhere. Strung, and as she is the universe, that is, she is strung through the universe everywhere. She is all seeing, all knowing. And she has people that will help guide those strings of hair to go where they need to go. These people are her intuition and her shadow and her light. The burdens that she's carrying, she's going to be letting go of those, because she knows that if she can't let go of them, she can't touch her face so beautifully. But this is actually a Feldenkrais activity, to do it like this, very gently, and kind of lift your chest. Even just doing this when I don't have enough space already makes my back feel better. It's actually incredible. So anyway, that's your message. I know it was disjointed, but I hope some of you got something from it. If you watched it at all, I hope you have a great night.